All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome. You're looking at a very tired Floyd. I had a bunch of stuff to do yesterday. Wasn't feeling real well, so I kind of struggled. And then, just as I'm getting ready to go to bed last night, my dad called, said he needed some help with my mom. So we went and spent the majority of the night there, and then come home, got a couple-hour nap, and here we are. Worked all day, come home. Hi, Linda. Hi, Patty. So hi, Ellen. Counting on you guys to keep me awake while I do this. Evening, Pammy. I don't know how Jeanette does anything in here with all this glitter. I mean, there is glitter all over everything. You touch it, you got glitter on you. Hi, Pat. So tonight we're going to do a bee and sunflower themed pancake wreath. Hi, Joan. With a little surprise. Hi, Deanne. The girls in the private group already know what the little surprise is. What we're going to be using tonight. Hi, Midge. So we're going to go ahead and switch cameras here. That's assuming I can find the little icon. There we go. We're going to go ahead and switch cameras so I can show you all a couple of things that we're going to be using tonight that are kind of special. Hi, Roz. Welcome, 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 everybody. If you could spread the glitter for me, I would greatly appreciate it. So first of all, let's take a look at the sign. This is one of Jeanette's custom signs. I do not know 100% for certain if Jeanette has this listed in the shops yet. But it's got its cute little gnome with the honeycomb background and the dark honeycomb background and the sunflowers on the border. So we're going to use that for our sign tonight. It says sunflower wishes and honeybee kisses. So that's going to be our sign. Move that back over there. And then the little surprise that we're going to add with it is we tinkered with this a little bit previously and never really did anything with it. We've decided that we're gonna do a little bit more with it. So what we have to go with the sign, I suppose I better get the sign back out. What I did was we sublimated ribbon Hi, everybody that joined while I wasn't looking at the screen. So that's our little surprise tonight. We decided we were going to start doing some ribbon tails that match the signs. So that's our little surprise for tonight. So we're going to start with 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame, 12 twist ties, 6 on the outside, 6 on the inside. And Jeanette, I am glad you were on here because I lost my little cheat sheet on how long I need to cut the mesh for the pancake wreath. So, yeah. I think it was 25 inches, but I'm not going to swear to it. Hopefully Jeanette will correct me if I'm wrong. 20 inches? That's close. Not. All right, I need a board. Maybe 2. I'll go ahead and get out 2. Maybe not. We'll see. All right. Nah, we'll do the 20. So I don't have anything prepped. Surprise. Well, other than the wreath frame and the sign. That's just how I kind of like to do things. I don't know why. All right, so Jeanette corrected me, so we're going to be cutting these at 20 inches. That was a miserable fail. Try this again. I bet if we put the board there, it'll work better. We're not going to do that. I'll put that out of the way. I haven't even decided, other than the one that we sublimated, I haven't even decided what ribbon I'm going to use yet. We're just going to, you know me, going to fly by the seat of my pants. All right. Why does my screen look so weird? What'd you do? What'd you do to my screen, Jeanette? Hey, Richard. Yes, Jeanette, I have lots of options for ribbon. Maybe a few too many. I don't know. Whoop. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more. Yes, Jeanette is at work. That's why you got me. All right. It's just 6 of each, I think. Sorry, guys. I'm a little tired tonight, but we are going to get this. All right. So see everybody. I got scissors, and I got snips, so we don't have to worry about Floyd cutting the. What do you mean I need 12, not 6? I thought I'm not using just one layer. She threw my notes away. Hi, Paula. Jeanette, I do have 12. I have 6 of each. That's 12. Is that not right? Right. There's 6 on the outside, 6 on the inside. So I only need 6 of each, right? Oh, Gasco, the last time I accidentally cut 4 pipe cleaners with her Ginger scissors. It was a whole thing. I had people tattling on me the whole 9 yards. So, all right. Me and Jeanette are not communicating real well right now. No. She's allowed to backseat drive, Richard. So I have 6 of each mesh. That's a total of 12. Sip it, Richard. Ah. Just to clarify, I got that right. I need 6 of each color because I'm using both colors on the pancake wreath. Then we're gonna use our special ribbon. I don't know what I want to pair with it though for the ribbon tails. See, I'm not losing my mind. Don't go there, Jeanette. Don't do it. All right, so we're gonna get our mesh. Try to get all this ribbon out of the way over here. All right. Use rotary cutter and a clothespin. And we're going to start ruffling. We're going to start ruffling. I need a bigger table. Yeah, Jeanette, that's what I was thinking. Yes, Patty, I did see your message. I'm gonna have Jeanette look at that. probably tomorrow morning when she's not at work. And we'll see what we can do to fix you up. Hi T, hi Faye. Hi everybody that I missed. Oh, T, it's been a rough day, hon. Went to work with no sleep. It all worked out though, because the whole issue last night was my dad was crabby because he hasn't been getting any sleep at night because my mom's been keeping him up. So I went out and sat with her, and he got some sleep. And she's feeling a little bit better today. And he's feeling better today. So now they're getting along better today. And everything's going along fine out there. For today. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. I love my parents to death, but you can definitely tell that they have been together for over 50 years. I don't think I've seen anybody do that, Roz. What I did do, and I really, really like how it turned out, is I made a pancake wreath on an 8-inch Dollar Tree frame and called it the Pancake Pixie. And I really like how that came out. It uses very little mesh, and it turned out really super cute. It's not in here, or I'd show you. Ooh, me and this mesh is struggling tonight. Hi, Pat. Roz, I used 4 and 4. Instead of 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside, I used 4 on the outside and 4 on the inside. And I'm not going to lie, we was a little worried about how the mesh was how bad you were going to be able to see through the mesh, and really not bad at all. It turned out really good. Like I said, I would show you, but it's not. I think it might be in the shop already. Now, I have not seen anybody do that before. It's a combination of Melly Mel's pancake wreath and Katie from Crazy Maisie's pixie wreath. And it turned out really awesome. So I think I will be doing more of those probably. Today we're just going to do a regular pancake wreath though. Jamie, I don't know if Jeanette's still in here or not. She got the date for her surgery. She's not happy because it's closer to the end of March. So yeah, I'd have to pull up her message and see exactly when it was, but it's going to be closer to the end of the month. So I know she's not happy about that because her hand has really been bothering her lately. Even before she has her surgery, I may wind up having to do more of the lives because this hand is way worse than her other one because she had carpal tunnel surgery on her other hand. But I don't remember her hand being this bad before the before the surgery. All right, we got one more mesh we're going to put in here. Thank you, Jamie. We appreciate that. Some would say keep all you guys in your prayers because you're going to have to watch me more. But, you know, that didn't end well. All right, we'll fix it. Yeah, that one kind of got away from me there. All right, guys. So we're going to have our outer ring done here, and then we're going to put some ribbon tails in. And we're going to use our custom sublimated ribbon, and I think we're going to go with a solid. It's not a green. It's kind of like a moss green, but it's green. I think it's going to go really well with that. My ruffle didn't ruffle very well. Sorry, we'll cover it up. And if that keeps poking out, we'll trim it off. How's that sound? All right, we got to tuck this one under this one. Now, Roz, I will tell you, if you decide, he did, that's awesome, Roz. I will tell you, if you try the pancake pixie wreath, when you do the outside row, and then you put your ribbon tails in, these inside ties are like really up under. It's kind of tricky to get and they don't want to lay right. You gotta fuss with them quite a bit. Jamie, it's really easy to do. Of course, you have to have sublimation equipment to do it. We are not the first to do it. It's all custom ribbon is all over Etsy. A lot of people are doing it. We just thought that since we're expanding in the one shop and we want to start offering more sign and ribbon kits, that the ribbon matching the signs is now's probably the time to do it if we're going to do it. So be on the lookout. We will have custom sign and ribbon kits available at some point. Oh, Jeanette, I don't like this ribbon. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. But it'll be okay with the sublimated ribbon. Ooh, what a mess I got going on over here. Ooh, there's a splice in that. Jeanette's not going to be happy to see that. Not at all. You know, you pay all this money for this stuff, and then they put splices in it. It's just not very nice. Not very nice at all. I don't know what all ribbons I'm going to use. I think we're just going to leave this one on there for now. Okay, so we're going to go back to the custom sublimated ribbon. These are a little long. Actually, no, they're not. We are going to have to do the dovetails. So that'll clean up any white that got left down on the end. We'll have to make sure we get that out of there. So these are 14 inches long. Well, it's not. I like that color, Roz. I really do. I don't like the feel of the ribbon. It's kind of awkward. No, let's just say it. It's weird. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to leave these tails at 14 inches. Even though I really think that might wind up being a little bit long, we can trim them down later. All right, how many do I have? There's 4. I don't know. I might try the green. It's not like I'm trying to make a bow with it. I will guarantee you that this green is not going in my bow. I don't like the feel of it, but we may go ahead. I like the color. I just don't like the feel of the ribbon. Listen to me sounding all professional. Okay, so there's 6 of those. We're going to lay the rest of these aside for a little bit. I'm just going to put the ribbon tails in the outside ring or on the outside. I may wind up putting some on the inside, but I'm going to put the bow and the sign on it first. And then we're going to see where we need more ribbon tails. mean, that's what we do. That's what we do on a regular wreath, so I don't see any reason to change just because it's a pancake. Yeah, this stuff's all wavy and wonky and just weird. But we're going to try it. Like I said, I should be all right for ribbon tails. I will not be using this green in the bow. That much I can promise you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It's not really a satin patty. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just weird. But we're going to go with it. Because like I said, it's just going to be in the tails. It will not be in the bow. We have lots of other options for the bow, so we'll be leaving the green out. Which actually that'll probably work out really well anyway, because there won't be any of this in the bow either. That's one thing I didn't think about when I was sublimating that, is I didn't sublimate any pieces long enough to put into one of my bows. The heat press that I use for my sublimation is only 20 inches wide, and which means to do the sublimated ribbon to put in the bow, I would have to press at least twice. I would have to press twice. I'm not saying it can't be done, it's going to be a little trickier. Cotton canvas polyester? Yeah, I don't know. It feels burlappy, but it's like, well, you can see it. It's all, the wire's all wavy, and I don't know what it is. I am not a professional. I just play one on the internet. How'd you like that one, Richard? Hi, Michelle. I do tend to use some of the ribbons from the ribbon tails in the bow normally. Today will not be one of those occasions. But that's okay. All right, so we're going to pair our sublimated sunflower ribbon with I'm going to call it moss green. And that's going to be our ribbon tail. And these are cut at 14 inches. I may wind up trimming these down a little bit. We'll see how they're laying. That's the nice thing about cutting your ribbon tails too long is nice, because if they're too long and you want to trim them, you can. That doesn't work out so well the other way around when you decide, oh, I should have put longer ribbon tails in it. Yeah, you can't. Then you got to start from scratch. Okay, we're gonna throw these ribbon tails in here, and then we're gonna get the inside ring of mesh. Then we're gonna make our bow. Okay, got my snips, not scissors. And then we're gonna go right back on top of the mesh, and we're gonna put the ribbon tails in. I think I like that. You could do that too, Jamie. Yeah, because I think when I did the pancake pixie, I think I wound up only cutting 12-inch ribbon tails for that. I agree, Richard. I think this length of ribbon tail is going to work out okay. I know normally when I do a pancake wreath, I only do, is it 13 or is it only 12? I don't remember. But I think this is gonna work out okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Of course, I gotta fix my mesh as I'm going around here. Yeah, this is one of probably the more wonky pieces of this green ribbon. It's got like a wave to it. I don't know. It's really weird. But it'll be fine for the ribbon tails. Well, that ribbon got twisted when I tightened the ribbon tails down, compounded with the fact that I cut the pipe cleaner off too short. We're just going to have to roll with it because I don't think it's coming back out. That is probably a really good exclamation or explanation. Sorry, guys, I'm tired. The downside to the way I made this ribbon is I did not sublimate both sides of it. I only sublimated the one side. So the back side is white. But that's okay because in this particular instance, there is a lot of white in the sign. And you really can't see it anyway because of the way it's laying. But even if it did turn up and you've seen the white, it's going to be okay because there's white in the sign. So it's not like, oh, well, here's this big white flash on these ribbon tails, and there's no other white anywhere. I am loving this ribbon too, and I think it's going to look that much better when we get the sign on there because it is the same background image that was used in the sign. Might be the size might be scaled slightly different, but I don't think you're ever going to notice. And even though I don't like the quality or the not quality, I'm really not a big fan of this green ribbon, the way it feels. It does look really good with the sunflower ribbon. All right, guys, one more set of ribbon tails. And then we're going to put, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, so here's what we've got so far, and I'm really liking it. I think this is going to turn out really nice. Now we just got to get, well, I got to get this, all this ribbon Jeanette's got out of my way. So now we're going to go ahead and do, actually, hold please. We're going to go ahead and put the word of the day up. Maybe. Let's see where to go. There it is. Okay, we're going to go ahead. So the word of the day is B. So text the word B to 330-583-1935, and that will get you your last entry for the month of February, because today is February 28th. All right. And then I'm going to get a drink, and then we're going to put the inside layer on. All right. So we're just using the regular old ruffle to do this. I forgot to go back to where my comments were. Now I lost my mouse cursor. There we go. Hi, Reba. Okay, we'll just ruffle this right up the middle here. And then this one will be ready to put in the wreath on the inside. And we will leave these ties. We're not going to cut them off yet, because after I figure out where the bow and the sign are going to lay, we will probably add a few more ribbon tails. I have enough to do all of them, but I don't generally do the ones under the sign and the bow, because it really doesn't make any sense to do so. I mean, you can if you want to. Lots of people do. I think it looks more clean if you don't have flattened out ribbon tails sticking out from under your sign, going all kinds of wonky directions. Personal preference, I guess. Okay, so now we'll get our ruffle untangled. Make sure the edges are turned under. Well, as best you can. Let's be honest, they don't really lay under like they're supposed to. But you can get them going in the right direction. Maybe. As I say that. Because A, you really can't see. Careful how I say this. Because, I mean, you can see them, but you don't see a lot of them. And let's be honest, ribbon's a little too expensive to just be thrown on the inside of the wreath and then covering it up. That's why I like the idea of just doing the outside ring, and then after you've got your Oh, that almost ended really, really. Oh, it did end ugly. Redo. That one kind of slipped. I just think it's a waste of ribbon to put them in every tie because you're not going to see the ribbon all that well anyway. And then if it's under the sign, it may come out at an awkward angle and make it look kind of wonky. I didn't really understand what Jeanette meant by that. And then I had it happen to me one day. I was doing a wreath, and then on three sides of the sign were ribbon tails sticking out that were flipped over and smashed down flat, and it just looked horrible. I'm like, oh, now I see what. Now I see. All right, moving right along. All right, looks like we got three more to put in there. Me and Jeanette are all excited with our new opportunity that we have at one of the shops that we are in. Um, we went in Saturday and flipped the inventory in the one shop because we just left all the we had Christmas and ribbon stuff in it from because they close in between Christmas and New Year, and then they're closed for a couple of months, so there's nobody in there. So we just left our Christmas and um, we had a couple of everyday wreaths, but it was mostly Christmas and winter. So we had to go pull all that out and we put a couple of St. Patrick's Day and some Easter. I think there's a couple of everyday still in there. But the part that we are really excited about is the other store that we are in. We're moving from QB to a whole room. So we're going to have all kinds of room to put. We're gonna put wreaths in there, of course, and we're gonna have some other stuff that me and Jeanette have been working on, some other little side projects. But we're gonna also try to have some wreath kits, sign and ribbon kits, that type of thing in there. Something that we really didn't have room for because of the restricted space. Well, that has been remedied this year because we get that whole room all to ourselves. And we are really excited about it. And that is the wrong tie that goes in this one. They did pretty good last year, Roz. They're the same two stores. It's just the one store we're getting a way bigger space than what we had last year. So that'll allow us some different options for product. Why is this not working? Oh, good Lord. get all the way down to the end, and this one little ruffle is going to give me fits. And when I say fits, I mean fits. There we go. All right, we need to get that other gold one down in there. And then we'll be ready for our sign and bow. And I'm really liking how this, because when I come up here, I'm not going to lie, when Jeanette picks ribbon and mesh, sometimes I'll look at it and go, I don't know how that's going to look together. But I trust her judgment, unless it's something I decide I want to pick. I had to go out to Mom and Dad's last night, so I just told her, I'm like, hey, you know what? You go ahead and pick the mesh and ribbon. I'll deal with it. So I come up here today, and I'm looking at what she picked out, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But as usual, she was correct, and don't you dare tell her I said that either. It's really looking sharp. I like it. All right, so we need to get, by the time I get done with this, I'm going to have to trim some of this mesh because it's going to be all snagged up. Like that. Yeah, this isn't going to end well. There we go. All right. So now, and of course the ribbon tails are now no longer laying where I wanted them. So we'll fix all that later. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our bow. See if I can find the bow maker. There we go. All right. Well, after looking at the sign, I've got 1B ribbon out, and we're going to have to use it because guess what? There's a gnome and a bunch of sunflowers on the sign and the honeycomb pattern, but there are no actual bees on that sign anywhere. Now, you would think I made this. I mean, I printed it and pressed it before we went live. You would have thought I would have known what the sign looked like, but apparently not. All right, so we're going to go 8 to 16, 6, 22, 28. All right, guys, we're going to pick an odd number. We're going to go with 29-inch ribbon. So we're going to go with this B. And then we're going to go with this 2.5-inch here. Just a black and natural stripe. Then, oh, I'm glad that didn't go on the floor. I think we're going to go with this sunflower. Now, Jeanette has like, she has 7 ribbons laying out here on the table. I'm not going to use all 7. I always, when I do my bows, I always use 5. That's just how I make my bows. That is the, Jeanette says I need to expand my horizons because this is the only bow that I make and put on wreaths. I have played around with doing some other kind of bows, but during a live or putting one on a wreath in general, this is the only kind of bow that I have ever actually stuck on a wreath. All right, so we have 3 of our ribbons. What we got back here? Oh, just a straight natural. I think we'll use that. That's right, Paula, the Floyd bow. I probably should. Well, you know what? That's not quite true. My very first wreath that I did solo, I put 3 regular funky bows on it, the way they are supposed to be made, not a Floyd bow. Other than that one wreath, they have all been my own spin on the funky bow. That's just what I do. I like them because you can, oh, I don't know what I just clicked on. I bumped the mouse and clicked on something, and I don't think I'm going to like the end result. Oh, yeah, I can't see anything now. There we go. See, that's the way I look at it, Reba. I think we're going to go with the black and natural stripe running the other way this time. I don't think I want to go with just an all black. I think I want to keep it. I mean, they're all darkish colors anyway. All right. Put the scissors back over here so I don't use them for something stupid. Well, I mean, Jeanette picked, not counting the green that she picked out to go with the sublimated ones. She had 7 ribbons to choose from over here off to the side. And the color scheme that we're using, you really couldn't have gone wrong with any of them, to be honest with you. I could have went with another sunflower instead of this one because she has a sunflower one. We're going to go with these. Order is always subject to change. And I think we're going to go in that order. All right. Oh, I guess I need the scissors back out. So the reason that I went, oh, that was a bad dovetail. The reason that I went with 29 inches on the length of the ribbon is I am going with 8-inch tails and 6-inch loops. So 8-inch tail, double that because you're going to want 2 tails. That brings you to 16. And then to make a 6-inch loop, you need 12 inches of ribbon. So that brings you to 28. Now, the last time I calculated that out like that, it didn't account for the twist in the bow or in the loop. So we added an inch. Now, this one's a little short, probably because had to redo that dovetail. So it's not quite 29 inches, but so we're going to go with 8-inch tails. Pinch and twist and shove that bad boy down in there. And then we're going to do our 6-inch loop. And then that is going to leave us, see, and it still wound up being a little short. But that's okay. That's the wonderful thing about this type of bow. Nothing has to be precise. All right, now we're going to go in with our B ribbon here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do an 8-inch tail. We're just going to put it in the bow maker the opposite direction so that the loop goes the opposite way. And then we're just going to alternate like that. And I didn't dovetail that before I threw that in there, so we better fix that because I'll forget. Richard, I covered this briefly a little bit ago before I started making the bow. The sunflower ribbon that matches the sign, I sublimated that, and I did not sublimate a piece long enough to use in the bow. The ribbon tails are only 14 inches long. That's what I cut them at before I sublimated them. And the ribbon that we are putting in the bow is 29. So can I sublimate the ribbon long enough to go in the bow? Absolutely. It's a little bit more work because the heat press is only 20 inches wide. But yes, it can be done. I just didn't do it. But now that I'm looking at it, I think I wish I would have. But it is what it is. Next time. All right, we're going to go with the natural on this time. So yes, so ordinarily, because I like that pattern on that ribbon, I more than likely would have used it in the bow. I just didn't think far enough ahead to put or to make a piece long enough to go in the bow. But now that this has come up, I thought about that, Roz. I just don't know if I can do that the way I make bows. Now, if Jeanette was here, Jeanette could absolutely successfully manage that. I don't know if I can. That's change, and I don't do change well. But absolutely, Jeanette has actually done that before. She makes bows out of leftover ribbon tails. I've never tried it. So I think for tonight's experiment, we'll just leave well enough alone. All right, we're going to go back the other way now. But no, I should probably have Jeanette show me how she does that. Hey, I'm the sublimation guy. I just picked up the wreath making so that I can fill in for when she's got to work. Maybe one center loop, 12 inches for loop and 1 inch on top. We might be brave and try something like that. We may try that. You guys might have to bear with me though, because all right, that's 3 of you now that said I need to use a piece of that ribbon in the bow. So we'll go ahead and try, and if it doesn't work out, I'm blaming you guys. But I'm not gonna lie, I've never done that before. But hey, I'm willing to try it. How about that? What's the worst that can happen? You mean the sign of the month, Richard? This sign is not a sign of the month sign. This will be going in the shop. It's not in there yet. All right, we got one more ribbon to put in here, and then we're gonna. Don't you guys make fun of me? Oh, Jeanette, you are here. Everybody wants me to take one of these and put it in the bow, and it's only 14 inches long. I've never done that before. So my loving wife is not allowed to make fun of me either. Just gonna throw that out there. No, no, no. We're gonna try it tonight, Jeanette. Like I said, what's the worst that can happen? Everybody wants to see it, so we're gonna try it. Just make a loop. I think even I can make a loop. Oh, you'll list the sign tomorrow. Okay. I thought you were talking about you were going to try to put a loop inside this bow. No, 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 no. Well, yeah, I have. Well, I have a couple of extras, and we may not wind up having any to put in the. Well, no, we'll be good. We'll be all right. I'm not quite sure how to do this. Just make a. All right, I'm not trying to sound dumb, y'all. Honey, I don't have 3. I got to save the rest of those for ribbon tails. So I don't have. I don't have 3. How do you all want me to do this? Like I said, I've never done this before. You guys are going to have to bear with me for a minute. One inch. Well, don't you want to twist it though? Because the inside of it's white. I don't know if I like that. Well, I was doing a good job, Janet. Now everybody's trying to just pinch it in the middle and put it in. All right. You ask for it. We'll go with it. How long did I? Make them the same length. Too many bosses. All right, I'm going to have to agree with that one. I'm just trying to listen to everybody because I don't think I like that. Hi, Lori. Just like this. I don't know. You guys got me all confused now. How about if we just do one like this? How's that look? Oh, here we go. Just like that. All right, well, we'll have to take it back out because it popped up and come undone. But I think we'll just leave it in like that. I was trying to put a loop on it, and Jeanette's going to have to show me how to do that. So I gave everybody this disclaimer. I have never tried to do that before. Ah, okay. I think we're just going to leave this. I think we're just going to put it in as tails because I'm a visual learner. Jeanette needs to show me how to do this. But we'll get a zip tie and we'll get a pipe cleaner. And then we're going to try to see if we can get this up out of here without. I mean, like I said, absolutely. What is the worst thing that can happen is Jeanette takes one look at it tomorrow and says, oh, heck no, you are not putting that in the shop with our company name on it. She redoes the bow. That is the, oh, I almost lost that. That is the absolute worst thing that's going to happen out of all this is Jeanette's going to redo the bow. She doesn't like it because she's done it to me before. But that's okay. I think that'll be fine, just like that. Tight. You know what? I better not let go of that just yet. I did that the last time. I wasn't holding it tight. And then when I cranked down on the zip tie, the top ribbon flipped sideways and it never did look right after that. So I think we're going to. I do actually like how that looks. I think I would have liked it better with a loop. But we'll have Jeanette show me how to do that. So next time I'll be able to do it. Or better yet, I'll just make sure I sublimate a long enough piece of ribbon to put in the bow. That way I won't have to worry about it. All right. All right, we can put the bow maker away now. And like I said, guys, I gave the disclaimer when I started the live. I am running on 2 hours of sleep. So I think I'm doing really good for only having 2 hours of sleep. And because I went out and sacrificed my sleep, my dad was able to get some sleep last night, and now he's in a much better mood. Let me tell you what, that dude was crabby when I went out there last night. He was fussing and carrying on. All right, I think we're gonna wind up leaving that alone for now till we get it till we get it on the wreath. I'll sit here for a half an hour and do nothing but mess with them tails. Okay, so now we have our bow ready to put on. I think first I'm gonna put the sign on. So for those of you that didn't see the sign earlier, there it is with its little gnome and its sunflowers. I thought there were bees on there, but there are not. Oh, thank you, everybody. I'm not quite sure why I put 4 cable mounts on this. I should have only put 2, but yet here we are. All right, we're gonna put our sign in, and then we're gonna throw our bow on there, and then we're going to see where we may or may not need more ribbon tails, because I'm not cutting all of the chenille stems off just yet. I am going to cut these 2 sets because that is where my sign is going to go. So those will be covered up anyway. And then the nice thing about the pancake wreath, the way the mesh is laying, the pipe cleaners go down through the mesh really, really easy. And it's going to make a liar out of me on the very first one. Yep, there we go. Well, I didn't think that through. I cut them off over here, not down there. Brain fart. All right, there we go. Well, maybe. Liz, Jeanette said she was on here earlier, and she said she will get that listed in the shop tomorrow. So at this very moment, no, it is not available in the shop. But Jeanette told everybody that she would get it listed in there tomorrow. And then we are going to start working on adding the ribbon tails, or the sign tail, the sign and ribbon tail sets at some point. May not be till after the shops are open and taken care of, but it's really not too bad of a process to do that. So I think we will be. Oh, I think that's going to be too tight. No, we're good. So I think we will be adding the custom ribbon tails. So I answered Debbie's question without even looking up and realizing that she'd asked it. So yeah, Debbie, I think after we get both shops opened up and get all that taken care of, we're going to go ahead and start offering the ribbon with the signs. And I'm going to be straight up honest with you. If I can figure out which way I twisted them on, I'm not going to use these other two. I really don't think that this needs 4 pipe cleaners to hold this sign on. So if I can get it back out of here without tearing something up, I think we're just going to leave it at 2 on opposite corners. Now the cable mounts obviously are going to stay on there. So if at some point it looks like it may become an issue, I can add the pipe cleaners to it. Well, I made a mess out of my ribbon tails while I was doing all that. Good Lord. That's just wrong on so many levels right there. All right, so we're going to put the sign at a slight cant down in this corner. And then I'm going to put the bow up here so I can go ahead and cut those pipe cleaners off. But that also means well, we can use that one because it's already cut. That also means we need 3 more sets of ribbon tails. So we're going to go ahead and put those in too. All right. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and cut 3 more of these. Then we're going to wrap this up in just a couple more minutes. All right. All right. I guess I need to dovetail these. Scissors. No. guys, we're about ready to. All right, here we go. So I have, after figuring out where my bow is going to go, we've got 3 ties left over. Because I should have made the bow a little bigger actually, but we didn't. But it'll be okay. So we're going to take the bow, and it's going to go right here where I cut those, where I cut that tie off. Yeah, I think that'll be good right there. Okay. And then we have 3 spots that we're going to put ribbon tails. I'm not sure, Roz, if he has, I know he has set up, I don't know if he's got any videos on his YouTube channel or not. All right, guys, a couple more ribbon tails here. And we're going to play around with the bow for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to call it a night. Okay, one more setup here. And like I said, anybody that has ever made a wreath will tell you that you could sit. Thank you, Patty. You could sit and you can play with your ribbon tails and fluff your bow for days, literally. People look at me a little funny when I go to the shop by myself because I know what the bow is supposed to look like and I know how to fluff. I am usually standing there in work boots and a ball cap and whatnot, standing there fluffing a bow. Because of my work schedule, I have more time to swing by the shops and check and make sure stuff doesn't need fluffed or whatnot. So, yeah. All right, guys. Like I said, I could sit here and play with these ribbon tails all day long if I can get to the mouse. We're going to switch cameras real quick. We're going to hold this up so everybody can take a peek. All right. I said I wasn't going to do that anymore. So here we go, guys. Lots of ribbon tails. Little bow. Probably should have made the bow a little bit bigger with some longer tails, maybe. I don't know. But here it is. Got the cute little sign. I always hold these wrong. Probably hold it something like that was my intention. The bow pretty close to the top, and then the sign just slightly canted. So there you go, guys. It's nice and thin. Let's throw Jeanette's ruler on there. Well, I'd have to be able to find it first. I don't know what she did with the ruler. It's around here somewhere. So tip to tip. I mean, it's still 23, 24 inches by 23, 24 inches, depending on exactly where you fluff the ribbon tails to. With the bow, I'm going to say maybe 5 inches thick, maybe. So this will for sure go in between a storm door. Well, you know what? It would help if I could see comments. There we go. Thank you, everyone. Now, I don't think I did too bad for 2 hours sleep. We're always our worst critics, and I can see where I probably didn't do as neat on the ruffles because I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired. But I think I like doing pancake wreaths. I'd never done one. And then Jeanette talked me into doing one on the live one night. So I did one, and then I did my pancake pixie with the 8-inch Dollar Tree frame. That turned out really super cute and uses actually very little mesh. I think I'm going to have to loosen that sign up just a little bit too. I always get my sign either too tight or too loose. This time I think it might be a little too tight, but we're going to leave it alone for tonight. We'll let oh, thank you, baby. Yeah, I think I need to loosen the sign up just a hair because it's kind of smushing the mesh down. But to be honest with you, it's a pancake wreath. You really can't tell. But I like how the bow turned out with just the tails here on top. And I have noticed that if I just make sure I pull the zip tie tight enough, you really can't see the zip tie around the ribbon. Like I said, you could sit here and fluff this all night and still not have it the way you want it. So I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to go down and I'm going to have a snack. I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight and putting up with me. So we will see you guys. I do believe Jeanette will be back Wednesday night. I think. I hope. Nah, we're good. Like I said, I think Jeanette will be back Wednesday night, and then we will be announcing the February winners because today is the last day of February. So make sure that you text the word B to 330-583-1935, and this will be your last entry, your last chance to enter for the February giveaway. Now, you got to do what you got to do, Richard. I mean, yeah, I'm tired. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to make it through work today. Right after lunch, I was like, oh, I'm like really tired. But I kind of got my second wind. But I mean, I gotta help. I gotta help my mom and dad, because where would I be without them? And then, I mean, when you and your spouse or significant other are business partners as well as life partners, you do what you got to do to help each other out run the business. But enough rambling, everybody. So you guys have a good evening, and we will see you Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Good night, all.